Live, coming at you live with the bass on for episode 5 of Under the Barbell. This week, pretty exciting. Fawn's going to have a heck of a quote for us. CJ is going to take on a challenge against Kansas. I promise you he will lose that challenge. I will give you an alumni update with one of our finest alumni from the left coast early in the morning out there. We're going to see what she's up to. Welcome to episode 5. Solo from Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here.
It's Fawn. Fawn, do your
quote. Fawn will be getting ready for our quote. Fawny! What's your quote today? Because we're ready for you, sister. We're actually ready.
It just don't work.
Get over here and do your quote.
Boom. Alright.
We got Fawn!
I just don't want to spell it wrong. Alright. I can't access. I can't. Boom. So I can accept failure, but I cannot accept not trying. Mr. Michael Jordan said this, and I think it's a great quote. You don't know what you can achieve if you don't try. Done.
Oh man, I feel much better since I got 8 full hours of sleep. And that's what we're gonna talk today about, sleep. Sleep is very important to get, especially if you're a college student, about 8 hours of sleep a day. When you start to get less and less, you become more fatigued and groggy. Sleep is great for recovery, and also if you get that about 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your chance of getting injured are less, and your performance usually increases. A few studies have been done where they took student athletes and reduced their sleep over time. The first day after the study, they were groggy and they could tell they were groggy. But after repeated bouts of less than 6 hours of sleep, they didn't realize that they were groggy anymore, and they adapted to that sleep, but their performance suffered. So, it's very important that you get your sleep. Also, stop taking 4-hour naps. That's not a nap, that's sleeping too. But that's not what you want. There's a very cool thing called a coffee nap. Check it out. What you do is you drink coffee, boom, pound it down. Then you go to bed, take a nap for like 20 to 30 minutes. What it'll do when you wake up is you feel more refreshed and rejuvenated from that nap than you would from a 2-hour to 4-hour nap. So, do me a favor and get some real sleep. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go night night.
All right. The exercise of the week this week is going to be a kettlebell swing per Hammer's request, even though I've never seen an athlete in here do one. But for the kettlebell swing, we'll be using the kettlebells they have here, which range in weights. I'll just take this one right here, 35 pounds. So how you grip it is both hands at the top. There are some variations that we'll get to where you can go single arm and kind of switch hands, but just for the generic, both hands right at the top of that kettlebell. About a shoulder width or a little bit wider stance, toes pointing just a little bit out. And you're gonna bring that kettlebell between the legs and reach back with actually get on the side here, with a flat back, so you don't want those shoulders rounding. You want a flat back, tight back. You're gonna bring it back and thrust it forward. Now it's important not to be swinging the kettlebell with your arms, but to be bringing the weight up with your hamstrings and your low back. So you're coming back and thrusting it forward, and that's what's getting the weight up. It only has to go about up to chest level. You don't have to get it way up here, but bring it back to chest. Like I was saying, you could kind of vary it with the hands. You could come through with one hand and switch at the top, like this. That's the only one I can come up with now, but yeah, just varying it in weight and reps. You could do it for time or reps there. Gets your heart rate up, and it's good for the glutes, the hamstrings, the low back, and also keeping that back tight, the arms and the upper back. So good full body exercise, and that's the kettlebell swing.
You're live. You're on the camera.
Oh my God.
Colleen, you don't know this yet. We're doing an alumni update with you.
Wow.
And-
Okay, I'm in the stairwell. 1 second, let me get down to like.
She's at work because Robert Morris students become professionals after they leave us.
How are you? Your hair is getting so long.
I know. I don't like my hair one bit either. I can't.
That's nice.
I have another 11 months until I cut it. But listen, we're here for a live alumni update from Oregon. Colleen, how are you? Tell us about what you're doing with your life now.
So now a lot has changed since I left Robert Morris. Now I'm a law student. Just finished my 2nd year. And I'm going to night school and working full-time during the day. And I just took a summer job working at an immigration firm in downtown Portland.
That is awesome. What school are you attending?
It's called Lewis and Clark Law School. It's in Portland, just kind of like 10 minutes from downtown.
That is beautiful. Well, you're our alumni update. Tell us about yourself athletically here during your time at Bobby Moe.
At Bobby Moe, God, it seems like far too long ago at this point. I played women's lacrosse for 4 years. Loved it. I had a really good time. I loved my teammates. It was kind of like a sisterhood. I don't know. We just, I don't know. What do you mean? What information do you want?
How strong were you? What was your best squat, Colleen?
What was my best squat? Oh my gosh, I do not remember.
All right, well, what is your record as a boxer, though? Tell us about your boxing career.
Okay, so after I left Robert Morris, I trained with Hammer like several times a day, so it was kind of difficult to get that back, I guess, that competitive level back, so I started boxing. And the training was pretty similar, like flipping tires and doing sledgehammers and stuff, and so it kind of hooked me from the beginning. But I never wanted to hit anyone, and I never wanted to be hit. But I don't know, you just kind of, you like learn some moves, and you learn how to dodge people, and then you want to test it out, I guess. And so I started competing, had my first tournament in February, and then by the end of the year, I think I had 5 fights.
And how long before you found true love in the ring and got married?
Well, I met my husband, my now husband, first day at the boxing gym, and the rest is history. He proposed in the ring after I was coaching lacrosse at the time, so I came back from practice and I was all sweaty and gross, and he proposed to me down in the ring with all of our friends and family surrounding us. And yeah, it was fun. So we got married 2 years after we met. Everyone from the boxing gym was there at our wedding and celebrated with us.
Well, Colleen, it's awesome to talk to you. And also, she was Strength Athlete of the Year in whatever year you went here. So thank you, Colleen, for being our alumni spotlight this week.
Yeah, thank you. I feel very honored.
And keep kicking butt in Portland. And tell Una we said hi.
I will. I just texted her this morning.
Well, you guys drink coffee. That's all you guys do out there. Stay weird.
Portland always stays weird.
Tell the family we said hello.
I will. Good to see you, Hammer.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that was Colleen O'Donnell, former women's lacrosse player. Last week's challenge, we beat the University of Florida in pull-ups with 78. I was on a bike ride, but these cats right here got 78 pull-ups right there, bar set up for today, and Florida forfeited. They chose not to do it. Now, granted, the reason they forfeited is they had too many athletes still competing in national championships, that they weren't on campus. But it's still a forfeit, Florida. You lost, Delancey. This week, the challenge is against Michael Brinson of Kansas. Now, to understand what we're doing here is we're throwing him to the wolves. It's going to be CJ all by himself on an island.
Classic David and Goliath story.
This is a David and Goliath story. It really is. And Michael Brinson, I think he just recently deadlifted like 750 or 800 or some obscene amount of weight. And CJ recently deadlifted like 58 pounds. So they're going to go a suitcase hold, left hand, 135, as long as they can hold it. So we're just going to time it, see how long. I was just on the phone with Brinson, Coach Brinson out of Kansas. He said he's ready for it. Are you ready? You want to chalk up? You ready?
Yeah, no, I need some tunes though.
We
Fawn,
can't.
I need tunes, bro.
Yeah,
just you could.
YouTube doesn't like our tunes.
They can edit. Go, Fawny. Make it happen.
Marzo.
Roll it back forward, come on. In the center next time. Don't let that pinky go! Oh! 31!
Another 31 seconds.
I'm here.
And that was Under the Barbell. Episode.
5. Was it 5?
See you next week.